007, a fantasy Bond theme. That's Barry Adamson there. Very good. And our guest in the studio recognised that, of course. That's the theme from Matt Helm, he said. But I think he knew, of course, that it wasn't the theme from Matt Helm, as he is.
The Persuaders.
It was, yeah, there you go. It was T.J. Hooker. We are very pleased to welcome Sir Roger Moore to the studio here. How are you doing?
Thank you, Adam. I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Sir Roger. I just want you to say my name, that's all.
Joe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for coming in. I've got to say, this is a very big moment for the child inside me. Because, man, I used to love all of your films, like everybody, pretty much everybody else of our generation, and everybody else in the country.
You didn't stop loving them, though, did you?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yes, you did, when you met Robin Williams.
Yes. Fell in love with him instead. No, they, you know, a lot of people, are kind of, you know, have lost track of the Bonds because,
Joe's got overwhelmed by... He's got all starstruck.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I think what Joe was saying is very nervous, is because this is weird for me as well, because I was watching The Spy Who Loved Me yesterday with my young son Frank. He'd never seen it.
Was
before.
he in it? I don't remember.
No, he wasn't in it.
Oh, I see.
He was watching it. I was showing it to him. And I wasn't sure if I should show it to him or not, because I thought maybe it was too grown up for him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's only 5 or something.
Well, I don't know. I don't think there's anything particularly frightening in it.
He was freaked out by Jaws in there.
Well, I was too.
Yeah, I mean, he thought he was very scary, unsettled by the metal teeth. And that kind of thing.
Can you imagine if Jaws had done... What was the marvellous film with Tony Hopkins?
Silence of the Lambs.
With those great big metal choppers.
Yeah.
But poor Richard Keel, he could only keep last about 60 seconds with the teeth in. Because,
I'm sure.
Well, it was as though, if you ever chewed a piece of silver paper...
Oh.
And it was like having that in his mouth, and so he would start gagging after about...
Horrible.
You had a technique for playing opposite those villains, Sir Roger, though, didn't you? Like a way to respond, it says in your bio, a way to respond to their evilness.
I just imagine, sometimes you didn't have to imagine, that they had halitosis.
Oh, yeah.
Halitosis, which is something to do with something between the toes. Yeah.
And then yes,
Jerry
exactly.
Halliwell-tosis, yes.
So you recoiled and winced from the imagined bad breath there.
No, it's just to go back slightly.
Yeah. Now, Joe is being very careful about keeping the Sir at the beginning of
No, Sir. No,
Really?
No, Charlie, Mary, anything you like.
Really?
So you're not, I mean, because, it's nice to be knighted. I want to be knighted. It's not going to happen, but...
I can arrange it.
Yeah, if you could, that would be ideal.
I will speak to HM.
How long ago were you knighted?
I think it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I mean, that is good, isn't it? Being a Knight of the Realm, but you don't. I mean, people generally would address you as Sir Roger, would they, out of respect?
Well, that is the correct form of address for a knight at KBE, but sometimes it's Sir Moore, which it's not, of course. But it doesn't matter. It's
you don't get shirty about it.
Why would I?
I don't know. Some knights would, I can imagine.
Well, who's the famous actor that goes into a terrible tizzy if you don't call him? Ben Kingsley, isn't it Ben Kingsley? Rumour has it.
Surely not.
This is not something I've heard off anybody who knows him, but apparently if you don't call him Sir Ben, he goes into a rage.
He goes into a little Gandhi-style rage and starts...
He has a fit.
Wow.
Well, he was Gandhi.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so he's more noble than the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gandhi at the one end of the spectrum, and at the other end, the bloke from Sexy Beast. Have you seen that film?
Oh, Sexy Beast.
It's brilliant. It's very good.
Got to watch that one.
It's got Ray Winston in it.
Oh, it's Ray Winston, yes, it's marvellous.
Yeah.
Now, we have been asking some of our listeners to send in questions, because we were keen not to just ask you the same questions that everybody else asks you. I mean, what do you get asked most often? What's the key?
Are they your own teeth?
Yeah.
What do I get up here? Who was your favourite Bond girl? What was your favourite Bond film?
Right.
We're not going to ask.
We're not going to ask
one of those. No, we're not going to ask either of those. But a question lots of people are asking is whether you use, or while you were playing Bond, whether you used the character at any time outside of the films, for instance, to attract ladies. Or you were happily married during most of the Bond years, weren't you?
Yes, I think you can say happily I was married, yes.
Yeah. But did you ever use your Bond skills, your voice or the persona, outside of the films to gain leverage in life or any situation?
No.
No, but surely you could slip into that voice and those mannerisms at any point and, stun people.
Well, the voice and the mannerisms are me, and... you say, but it's the same in The Saint, the same in The Persuaders, or Ivanhoe, or Maverick. I don't change.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
What about, Brian from Norfolk says, and this must have been asked you before, so I apologise if it has. Has any lady ever wanted you to pretend you were James Bond when you were making love? Like a little sexy scene from a Bond movie. I really want to know, says Brian. It must have happened. You don't have to go into detail.
Well, Brian, I'm not going to tell you these things. You may get too excited in Norfolk.
That's a yes.
I shall be in Norwich. I'll be in Norwich this week signing books.
Oh, good one. That's my next one.
So Roger's point is that you kind of never snap out of character. You are the character.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a very rewarding way. So it's not a question of a woman having to request that. It's just 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
He's got a license for that weapon.
Which is a fantastic thought, isn't
it? Now, we're going to play a bit of music, and after this, we are going to play you our bits of music that we've created for the new Bond film, Quantum of Solace, but we would very much like your opinion.
I look forward to hearing it.
First, here is Source with You Got the Love.